This is ANN News Brief.
Striking Zimbabwean doctors have defied a government ultimatum to return to work on Monday after rejecting a 60% pay rise offer they say is not enough to keep up with soaring prices of basic goods. The Zimbabwe Hospital Doctors Association said HDA says the government offer was ridiculous as it will take their monthly salaries below a 400% salary increase they are demanding. ZHDA said in a statement that the government was not willing to address their concerns, but had instead responded with intimidation and threats of disciplinary action or dismissals. Health Minister Badio Moyo issued on Saturday the ultimatum for doctors to return to work on Monday or face penalty. Said HDA, the Union for Junior and Middle-Level Doctors in the public sector, have been on strike for more than a month, which has seen some patients being turned away from public hospitals already struggling with shortages of medicines. More than 100 of its members marched at the main Perientoa Hospital in Harare on Monday, demanding higher pay and vowing not to return to work. On Monday also, the union pulled out of the Health Apex Council that represents public health workers in negotiations with the government, saying it no longer served their interests. The bodies of 13 women who died after a crowded migrant boat capsized in heavy weather have been recovered by the Italian Coast Guard. Local authorities said on Monday rescue boat approached it off the coast of Lampedusa, an island south of Sicily. The Coast Guard said rescue vessels had pushed up 22 survivors, but they feared many other people might have died in the accident, the latest in a long line of sea disasters to hit migrants trying to cross the Mediterranean to reach Europe. One of the survivors said she had lost her sister and 8-month-old niece in the tragedy. The UN Migration Agency said the ship, which had set sail from Tunisia, had been carrying around 50 persons from Tunisia and West Africa. Italian Coast Guards received an alert late on Sunday that a boat was in difficulty. 2 rescue vessels found the ship, which was already listed just after midnight, about 6 nautical miles from the coast of Lampedusa. Italian magistrates have opened an investigation into the disaster. A spokesperson for the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, Charlie Yaxley, says more than 1,000 persons have died in the Mediterranean so far this year, most of them trying to cross from Libya to Europe. We'll return after this break.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Kenya Health Ministry says it's seeing more heroin addicts in the country, with the number of people injecting drugs jumping by more than 50% in the past 8 years, and the majority of users inject heroin. Health Director David Ndega in Kiambu County, where Doctors Without Borders MSF opened a clinic this month, 20 kilometers north of the capital, says young people are using the substance across all social classes. Ndega says heroin enters the nation through a port city of Mombasa, known as a growing hub for drugs from Afghanistan bound for the West. The MSF clinic is the first in Kenya to offer heroin users methadone treatment and all other necessary free services. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime says Africa had the worst, fastest growing number of heroin users from 2006 to 2016. That is the ANN News Brief. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Adeyemi.